Alongside the new content update, that is the Cobalt Edge, we also have, as is pretty much custom in EVE Echoes at this point, a whole new event to go with it. Of course, this is all limited time, so the purposes of this video is to be going through the event and what exactly is available to us all. So first and foremost, we have the Star of Trailblazers. What this is your typical battle pass. You can either take all of the free stuff by setting up all of your missions as per the usual, or you can go and spend a little bit of money and unlock the extra level of the pass. As is always the case, it's never mandatory that you unlock this pass, but it is worth noting that in the paid section of the pass, we do have the special frigate option boxes. These are for the new faction frigates that were released with the latest update for Cobalt Edge, including the long-awaited Rifter fleet issue. Yes, we have a Rifter fleet issue in-game, which I neglected to mention in the weekly roundup video, but here we are, I'm mentioning it now. So we also have, of course, keys. The Star of Trailblazers encrypted transport container decoders. These will be more important further into the video, and as you can see, there are a number of other items. We also have the battleship boxes for the new battleships that were released in a previous update. Yep, and of course, towards the very end, we have the standard implant option box. If you've been struggling to get hold of a certain implant, this is a good way to get it, because you get a bunch of other stuff with it as well. For however little Aurum it is, I can't check right now because unfortunately I have already bought this pass. But for that small amount of Aurum, you get some ships, a bunch of tools, and of course the implant option box. So if you've got some money to spare, this isn't a bad purchase. Moving on, we have the Voyage Ceremony. That's been here for probably a week or so now. Not much to say about it if you're not involved in the ceremony itself. Personally, I don't really see the point of it, but moving on, let's stay away from me rambling, shall we? We have Slumbering Gallery. What we have here is basically a music box, whereby we can just choose which track we want to listen to that the developers have published in the past. So we have Beyond the Sky, Sleeper, Implants, which you'll hear quite a lot of in some of my videos because I've been using this in the background a lot. Dormant Realm. And lastly but not least, Imprisoned in Silence. And you know what? I'm going to go with Sleeper and set it as the theme. Oh no, apparently I already have. Okay then, I'm going to set Implants as the theme. There we go. So moving on, we have, if I click on the correct one that is, the 7-day login rewards. Now, at this point in time, it's probably a little bit late to mention in the video because there will only be a couple of days left. But if you haven't logged in and claimed those login rewards by the time this video goes live, jump on in, at least get a few days worth of login rewards in. So in terms of the event page, that is it for this specific event. Of course, we still have going ready to go, which will be going for about a week and a half more, which is your increased development yields on planetary mining, reduced transaction taxes, and insurance buying more than it normally would. So what else is there going on in this event? Well, remember those keys that we noticed earlier in the Battle Pass? If we head over to the store, bestseller combo, and into Trailblazer Supply Depot, this is the hot stuff of the video, as it were. So what we have, of course, are these keys. Now, you can buy 20 of these for plex, that being 100 plex per key. So you can buy a total of 200 keys for a total of 2000 plex. With that, you can then go over to this box, which will seem eerily familiar from a couple of months ago. And if you unlock it with a key, there is a chance, however small, of getting a Scion C carrier. Now, looking at the stats, it is 0.05% chance of getting a Scion C carrier with a single key. Of course, if we hold click on the details of the box. Here we go. And have a look. A carrier is guaranteed after 60 times. You will notice that you are only allowed to purchase 20 with Plex in-game. This is NetEase's way of stopping the Plex shortage that happened the last time around, which is fair enough. I'm feeling a bit upset this time around because I was actually capable of grinding that much ISK, but we can't all have it the way we want. So of course you can buy 20 with Plex in-game, and you can get another 10 from that battle pass if you spend the Aurum to get the pass. That gives you 30 attempts at getting the carrier if you so choose. You can also buy additional keys for Aurum. That is 450 or 500 Aurum for 5 keys. It's going to cost you a wee bit. I had a quick look at the numbers earlier in the week, and if I wanted to buy the remaining 30 keys to guarantee a carrier, it would cost me between 90 and 100 pounds. That is Great British pounds, or pound sterling, however we want to call it. It's a lot of names for these words. Or, what's the other one? Pound sterling quid. There we go. 90 or 100 quid. Anyway, I'm showing off my Britishness. That's aside, that box is not the only thing in this store. We do have other things to show off. So let's have a look, shall we? We have for 4 million ISK another box, which of course we can open with keys. This gives us a few other things. Mostly we're looking at implants and nanocore materials, etc. That again uses keys. We have another box here, if we go into it, which, if we use keys, gets us some pretty high value general units. Of course, there's no guarantee that the one you get will actually be of high value, but again, you can use keys to open this one, and let's have a look at what keys are actually required to open these, shall we? You can use the Star of Trailblazers encrypted transport container decoder, which I believe, yeah, it is the event key. And let's check this other not quite so good looking box. And this also requires the same key. So all 3 of these require the exact same keys to open them. Personally, I would only use the keys on the one with the carrier in it. But that's just me, because you could sell it for an awful lot if you did actually get one, couldn't you? Further along, we have for 600 Aurum the Battleship option box. But if you're going to be spending that kind of Aurum, go and get the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is less than 600 Aurum, and it has that Battleship box in there as well. Once again, we have it for the Special Faction Cruisers, and the Frigate option box, which again is at level 1 in the Battle Pass if you upgrade it with the Aurum. So if you're going to be spending any Aurum, go to the Battle Pass first, buy the Battle Pass. Then if you've got any left over you're willing to spend, come to this store. We also have a few other bits and bobs as you'd expect, some materials here and there, some skill points. That's pretty much it really. There is not much more to be said. So are you going to be one of the lucky fellas that manages to get a Science-C within 30 tries? Or are you going to be one of those that has to go and spend the real money to go and get it? Me personally, I'm going to try with the 30 tries once I'm docked up in high sec properly and I'm not going to start moving around. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks again for listening, watching, however it is that you consume this content. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next video. See ya.